Mali feels like a place right on the edge of everything, crushing poverty that holds some people back and pushes a lot of trouble forward. What happens in Mali has ripple effects that reach to Europe and beyond. That's just part of the reason why Canada is sending 250 peacekeepers here. More from the early team arrived today. They're all coming here to the UN's Camp Castor in the northeastern city of Gao. This is far from the capital of Bamako. Gao is a gateway to vast tracts of ungoverned desert. And for Canada's helicopters, it is simply where they have to be to reach the trouble spots. At Camp Castor, we got a sense of what Canadian peacekeepers will face here and reminders about why this mission matters. And so to work, the Canadians arriving on a tarmac that's still really under construction. The learning comes with the very first step.
We could feel the heat. It's very, the temperature and the challenge will be very high here.
Excitement.
Really?
Not a lot of Canadians get to come to Africa.
Now that this advanced team contingent has arrived, one of the first things that will happen is a handover with the German crew who are taking their helicopters out on June 30th. There is a lot of information to pass on. There's a good chance one of the briefings will begin with this, the pictures of the sandstorm at the base the other day. However bad the Canadians think the sand will be here, the Germans who are currently doing the medical evacuations say, forget it, it's worse. But the sand gets into everything, including the ventilators?
Yes, I don't know how it comes in, but it comes in any single pore. So it's the sand is that fine if you compare it, for example, with the sand in Afghanistan, that just have a look. I cleaned it yesterday in the evening and it's, again, everything is sandy.
A thought about the incoming Canadian Chinooks. They can carry more people than the German helicopters, which is a good thing for a terrible reason. When attackers hit UN convoys, there are a lot of wounded. On his second tour of Mali, this German pilot is not exactly effusive about the mission's impact so far.
I personally can't determine any progress here, but I hope things are developing.
Have you had a chance to talk with many of them? What did they tell you?
No,
no.
No. I'm an aviator. Usually I'm at least 30 feet above the ground, and we did not have any personal encounters with the local population here.
That's a good point. Some things you can only assess at ground level. This isn't Gao, it's the capital of Mali, Bamako, further south. It's where people who've been able to flee go, and it shows. Those who know the place well say it's swelling. Already this is a country where 60% of the population is under 25, and that population is doubling roughly every 30 years. That means real economic pressure.
Es-tu peur des fois? Oui, j'ai peur des fois.
Scared is more than a reasonable answer for two teenage girls. They've joined others in a project sponsored by Canada aimed at teaching women marketable skills. They're learning to make soap to sell. There's a whole series of trades being taught here. Help women find work and you keep families fed is the reasoning. But it's still no guarantee, and war in the north is never far from their minds. Madine Traore is all of 19. People know there's no security in the north, she says, which means they have no choice but to stay here. That's a problem. It is, which is why stabilizing Mali will be about more than taking away fear. It will have to be about giving hope.